In this video, we're going to look at tag sensitivity and kind of the importance of making sure that the antenna gets a good view of the tag. And we're going to look at hopefully enough evidence here that shows that why having the tags and antennas placed like I recommend is by far the best option. And so what I've done is I set up a race here that is a 100 lap race with a 1 second gap between each lap. And so a very unrealistic setup here, but this will be great for our testing. I do have my camera hooked up, and it's hopefully between it, and I've got my external speakers hooked up to my laptop. I've got those turned all the way up. Hopefully between those two, as we go into the other office, you'll still be able to hear both of them. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and start the race, and I'm going to hide these tags right here. I've got two tags attached to a bib. Of course, I've got an athlete assigned bib number 216 in the system. I'm going to hide those in my hand, and then we're going to, and I think there's a tag in the other office over there that is not assigned to the race, of course, but I'm going to turn on the readers. Yeah, and there was that tag. And so, but I think there's enough echo coming back off that concrete wall that I can hold these tags up. Yeah, you can hear it. There it goes. It's not a lot, but it picks up every now and then. So you'll hear, that's what we should see and hear every time the tag is seen. I've got the tags hidden in my hand again. And so let's step over to the other office. My office is an old bank building, and I'm located actually in one of the bank vaults. And so may not sound very glamorous, but it's actually a great room. I really like it. But of course there is quite a bit of concrete all the way around it since this is a bank vault. In fact, there's one of the doors there, and here's my door, which we of course always leave open. So of course they've disabled the locks. But so the purpose of this video, again, this is, and I should have shown you, this is nothing but concrete all the way between the offices. Got to be at least 10 feet of concrete there. And so whenever I have the tags and I present it, you can already hear it. You hear it? All right, and so this is through 10 feet of concrete. It acts like it's not even there, so it has no problem picking up the tag. But if you look, I can still hold the tags behind my fingers, and it's not getting them. Now, if I take the tags, you hear them now? They're kind of behind each other, but as soon as I hide them, they're not visible. So I can take really one finger and hide the tags, and they can't be seen anymore. So and I can put these tags right up next to the antenna behind my hand, and they can't be seen. Or if they can, it's still very poor performance. And so I can do the same thing if I were to get this bib, which is a very thin material. If I get this wet, which of course Tyvek, even though it's somewhat advertised as waterproof or weatherproof, it is not. And so if I get this bib drenched with water, and especially if you got a tag on the back or even touching it, then the performance is hurt dramatically. Another thing I was going to show you, and this will be easier with just one tag, so let me see if I can get this one. So let me see if I can do this. If I turn the tag sideways, you see it's not being picked up by the antenna, or at least if it is, very rarely. It's somehow still getting it really good. Oh, there it goes. So the thing is, if I turn it this way, now it's picking up again. And so angle matters a lot. If I'm trying to read the tag with my eyes here, if I do this, I can't see it. But the moment you turn it, then the system can see it. Now I've got my antenna lower, so that's why if I put it lower to the ground, now I can see it. If I turn it sideways, I'm having a hard time covering the other one up with my hand. But the point is, the greater the angle, if you can do a 0 degree or 180 degree angle, which 180 is just the backside, that is the ideal thing to do. And another thing is, again, the further away from your fingers or from water, the better. And so that's why I like to put it on the side of the shorts or on the side of the shoe. It just makes the setup way more reliable, way easier. And of course with these tags, I can reuse them. So let me turn this thing off over here. So that is a quick overview on the sensitivity of the tag. Again, I've told people about how I can read through concrete with no issue, and people act surprised. So I wanted to provide some evidence of that. But when I first started working on the system, I thought, just like everybody else did, that bib tags were the way to go. And still, a lot of people would like to use them for the one convenience that I do agree they offer, which is the fact that a runner can put their bib on and take off and they're gone. The problem is, of course, that is money that you will not get back on those tags. And the water, and if the wind's pushing the bib up on, close to the skin, or who knows what, the runner could of course wear the tag on their jacket, take the jacket off, tie it around their waist. There's all kinds of issues, all the things that you could possibly find as potential problems with the hip or shoe tag are the same problems with bib tags. And so I think for me, I'd rather have a much higher read rate than the one small convenience of the runner just being able to put on one thing. Because I've been running races for many years. I've worn every type of tag there is, and if a runner or if a race tells me, hey, put this on your shoe or on your jacket, or even if they tell me hang it from my ear, I don't care. I just want my time, and it's way more of a headache for me to have run a race and put in a good effort and not get a time than it would be for me to simply put something on. So it keeps the cost down for everybody. It's, in my opinion, way more reliable. The way I place my antennas, reading directly across the finish line, it's also, in my opinion, also very accurate, way easier to set up the antennas, and I don't require any kind of overhead arch, which in my years of timing, when I see a race director put something up, signs up, or of course on the user's forum, you also find plenty of examples where people put an arch up with antennas, and of course it will occasionally, it could blow over. So that's why I recommend these tags and the antenna setup, and I hope that you had, in fact, I told you that I could put my hand over it and not be able to see it, so let me provide that evidence too. So we just read through 10 feet of concrete, and let me see if I can hide these tags. I've got them open right now, so let's see if I can hide these in my hand. So right now they are in my hand and not being picked up. So, again, that's why it's important to keep the tags as far away as possible from skin and water, and keeping it at a good angle. Hope you enjoyed the video.